Kurt Angle is officially done with TNA. Welcome back, everyone. This is J Bone. Late on a Wednesday night, just got done with my Lucha Underground review, and just wanted to put some thoughts out here about Kurt Angle. About he's officially done with TNA now, and I've said this publicly on the Rambling About Wrestling podcast that I basically had written off TNA. Done with them. Can't watch the product anymore. And I don't want to turn this into a video that sounds like I'm bashing TNA, just because that's not what this is about. And I don't want to bash TNA. I've actually watched the last few episodes. Kind of. I guess you could say I'm kind of giving them another chance. I'm trying, I wanted to watch some of Kurt's last matches in TNA, for the sake of that, I know he still can go. He can still put on a damn good match, which he proved that, in these last few matches. He had, I didn't watch the one with Drew Galloway. I'll watch that soon. I think the full match is actually up on the YouTube channel, so I'll check that out soon. I'm sure that's a great match. I watched the Bobby Roode match, and I watched the what's his last one? Oh, the last one was Lashley, and I didn't like their send-off. I really didn't. They, right up until that point, I thought it was classy. He's been with TNA for, 10 years, since 2006. I had to go back and look, it's like, because he's been there so long. He's been there longer than he was with the WWE. He's had more championships, too. So yeah, I went on Wikipedia just to go look at, dates and a few things. But yeah, he's had a hell of a career, and he's hit some low points too, with going into rehab and stuff like that for DWIs. And that's something I've talked about on here before. I'm how proud I am of him for what he's done in his personal life. It's something I haven't talked about a lot on here before. I've dealt with alcoholism in my family. So, when I start thinking about that hits me pretty hard. And knowing what he's accomplished and how much he's, his comeback from that, because he did the rehab thing and then he's had some surgeries, I think it was, around the same time, and it was a chance for him to really start over. And he actually then started his, it was some kind of comeback thing, and he started his videos that he was putting on social media, Facebook and stuff. That's when I really started following him, and professing his faith and things like that, which was, I'm a man of faith. I I don't talk about it on here. I talk about music and wrestling. Mostly wrestling. Um, but a lot of guys that have come back from abuse have um, have found some kind of faith in the man upstairs, and I think that's great. Not knocking that at all. Whatever gets you through life's troubles. So no matter what else he does in his career as far as wrestling, no matter what he does next for that particular um, part of his life and what he's accomplished in the last few years, I'll always be most proud of him for that. Because it's not, as a wrestling fan, it's like, oh, well, he won these championships and he's got these belts, and that's nice. That's lovely. But if you're talking about the real Kurt Angle and his life, his family, his wife and his kids that he has now, that's what really matters. Um, so yeah, it's and everyone's talking about him like he's done wrestling. I don't. A lot of fans, I don't know. He says, well, he has said in interviews that he wants to take a year off. Well, in a matter of days, because he's officially done with TNA now, as of within this, whenever they were done taping this stuff, within the last few weeks, whatever, month maybe, I don't know. I think it was maybe a month ago because, or maybe it was whatever it was, because I know in the same show that I just watched, was the injury of I forget the guy's name, one half of the Wolves, Davey Richards. And I've seen little things of him in the news about him rehabbing, getting better, whatever. On the 20th of March, he's supposed to wrestle for some pay-per-view against Rey Mysterio. I wouldn't mind seeing that. I haven't bought a pay-per-view in ages. The last pay-per-view I bought, something from Ring of Honor within the last year, I think. Something like that. I'm not planning on buying this. It's a mixture of real MMA, pro wrestling, boxing, I think, all sorts of, contact sports in one pay-per-view. Match of this, a match of that. The pro wrestling one, of course, like I said, is Rey Mysterio and Kurt Angle. I wouldn't mind seeing it, but I'm not going to buy it. And like I said, I don't want to speculate too much. It's late. Sorry. Make some coffee. I don't want to speculate too much on what he's going to do next. A lot of fans want him to go to the WWE. A lot of people think he's going to show up at around WrestleMania. And that would completely throw out the window everything he's said recently about he says he's retired from TNA. I don't think he's retired from professional wrestling. I've heard the talks that have gone on between him and WWE haven't gone well. That's what I've heard. I don't know. I would love to see Kurt do like one more year in the WWE. I think he can do it. I think he could work with a lot of people. Shit, give him the schedule he wants. If he wants a part-time schedule, give him the part-time schedule. They know he can't do the full-time schedule. That's why he's wrestling where he is, All right, so just for pure speculation, just for shits and giggles, if he does show up in WWE, a couple names throwing out there. John Cena's first match was with Kurt. I think those two could actually put on a really good match, kind of, redo that feud. That'd be interesting. He and Brock sure as hell put on a hell of a show years ago. Gosh, oh my God, what year was that? They headlined that one WrestleMania. That one time. Oh, shit. Gosh. I could see him doing a feud with Trips. As in a... kind of like what they did with Sting, only different. Like, hey, what are you doing here, He's commented that he wants to work, he would like to work with Jordan and Gable and do like a Team Angle version 2. Oh, man, that'd be sick. That would be so awesome. And he would, he could mentor them. I mean, Jordan and Gable are good. Don't get me wrong. And if you don't know who I'm talking about, go watch NXT. You'll love them. They've got that amateur background, and they actually just started wearing the tights that look like the old Steiner kind of psychedelic multicolored ones. Great stuff. I'd love to see Angle paired up with those guys. Be a nice little nod back to the old Haas and oh God, Shelton Benjamin. Excuse me. Damn, need to wrap this up. Gosh, who else that's like new would be great with Kurt Angle? Oh man, number of any NXT guys. And that new kid, Samoa Joe. Yeah, they had a great feud in TNA. To see that on a grand stage in WWE, that'd be pretty sweet. Balor, I'm sure, would have loved to have seen Daniel Bryan versus Kurt Angle. Not going to see that. That would have probably been my top one. That would have been unbelievable. So yeah, I hope he does come back to the WWE, but I'm not going to get my hopes up. I'm not going to be like, ooh, is he going to show up at Mania? I'm not even going to throw that in any of my predictions. I'm sure some surprises are going to happen at Mania. Maybe some won't. Who knows? There's been surprises the night after. I could see that, Show up the next night in Dallas. Oh, man. completely blow the roof off the place. Just have a shit ton of new guys show up. Have the Bullet Club show up, Samoa Joe, Angle, Enzo and Cass, and just blow everyone's minds, you know? That'd be great. So yeah, and there's so many other guys. I'm not going to name them because my brain is fried and I'm tired. I need to go to bed. So I'm going to wrap this up. But yeah, if Kurt Angle doesn't wrestle anymore, he's had a tremendous career. Certainly, he's in the TNA Hall of Fame, but certainly WWE Hall of Fame worthy as well. In fact, he just got put into the International Sports Hall of Fame. That was part of the Arnold Sports Clinic weekend thing going on recently that WWE was part of. And Trips was there too. Maybe Kurt had a conversation with Trips. Maybe. Who knows? So yeah, he's had a hell of a career. Great rivalries. Samoa Joe, one of my favorites, I think. I mean, that was a little too real, a little too uncomfortable. When he brought the real life drama of the whole Karen Angle, Jeff Jarrett, Kurt Angle thing to TV. Yeah, that was good stuff, but that was also kind of uncomfortable to watch from my point, It was like, ooh, that's kind of like when they brought back Matt Hardy and the whole Edge and Lita thing, and they're pounding the shit out of each other for real. Well, as real as that was, stuff like that. It's like, ooh, man, you're really gonna bring that to the billions of people on TV? All right. So yeah, tremendous career. I think he'll be back. I'm kind of hoping he doesn't go back to TNA. I think he deserves something better. And if he does take a year off, he takes a year off. Maybe he'll, if he does go back to the WWE, maybe he'll show up in the Rumble next year. Who knows? Or maybe we'll see him in a few weeks. We'll have to wait and see. That's it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching.